Ricky Villar only a step or two away from a return to Wembley, where 9 months ago he scored twice to help Spurs win the FA Cup. His winning goal that night overshadowed a brilliant earlier effort by Steve McKenzie, playing then for Manchester City, but now hoping to help West Bromwich Albion to reach the League Cup final for the 4th time. McKenzie, one of 4 signings with which Ronnie Allen has reshaped Albion's side these last few months. The others are number 4 Andy King, number 7 Martin Joel, and Clive Whitehead, who's ineligible tonight, so the number 8 shirt goes to Derek Monaghan. The other change is in defence, where Martin Bennett takes over at number 6 from the suspended Alistair Robertson. Spurs retain the side which drew at Everton Saturday. Indeed, they've lost only 1 of 12 away matches this season. Number 8, Mark Falco, continues, while Steve Archibald will have a run out in a friendly tomorrow. There's a change at substitute, Mick Hazard replacing the referee from Sunderland. And Albion have a good record against Spurs in recent matches. They've won 4 and drawn 1 of the last 5 meetings. Albion in stripes, Spurs in yellow. But bear in mind, this is the first leg of this semi-final. The second match takes place at Tottenham a week tonight. Monaghan for Albion, handling early with Price. Ardiles back there defending. The whistle's on. Foul. Crooks and Falco. Crooks is closing in, and Mark Grew quickly off his arm. Played Falco. Hoddle in the pass. He just shows absolute confidence every time he gets the ball just at the moment. Prepared to turn and fight it out with whoever's around him. See. Regis wants it played in early. There he is. Monaghan! And the battle of Regis again, terribly important. The ball played in for Sir to turn. He got off to Monaghan, and that shot wide of Clemence's right-hand post. That shot to the near side retention. A groin injury of some sort. Certainly he was holding his groin and then went across to the bench to speak to Richard Roberts, the physio. Anyway, he's Price. Hughton. Falco against Venice quickly in. Here's Hoddle. In for Galvin. Back to Perryman. Hoddle. Ardiles. Gary Owen was the offender there. And Gary Owen, who himself is a bit of a free kick expert, has conceded one there in the kind of position where Hoddle is quite capable of conjuring up something. Miller has made his way forward. And that was Hoddle turning it in for Falco. It's come out to Ardiles. He'll find Perryman. Hoddle again. Crooks trying to find some space on the near post and did, and Miller's arriving. And Grew kept it out somehow, some way. Falco. Fine save. Referee's given an advantage here to Brendan Batchin, who was checked. Garth Crooks there was the initiator of that Tottenham attack. Here's Hughton. Nice. Hoddle, that's good play by Tottenham. They've opened it up on the other side. Hoddle going again. Well, you wouldn't expect Spurs, with their reputation, to defend, even in the first leg away from home. Here's Crooks. Ronnie Allen looking a little concerned. It may be that groin strain of Monaghan's is worrying him. Statham. Oh, he's playing so well at the moment. But trying to take on 3 in a row was perhaps a bit vicious. Here's Hoddle. And he's got to get back now, Statham, into his defensive position, and that's perhaps the bigger test. Here's Crooks. Hoddle again. Perryman. I don't think Monaghan's going to carry on much longer the way he's running at the moment. He's certainly holding his groin, and Albion, I'm sure, will be thinking in turn Nicky Cross. Regis, King, Owen, in the way, Galvin. This is Ricky Villa, surrounded by 3, and went to his right to find Hoddle. Perryman's up as well. This is typical Tottenham. Ardiles, Crooks. And broken up in the end by the challenge of Martin Bennett, but Spurs so far are playing the more decorative football, and Albion have got a problem. They're going to make a substitution any moment. Careless one from Hoddle. This is Mackenzie, and the injured Monaghan's doing his best to make a run down the right to support. He's trying to get inside Hughton. He's done enough to find Regis, who'll shoot. Good block by Hughton and Price in particular, who I think felt the greater weight of it. So, Derek Monaghan, who had perhaps Albion's best effort early in the match, is having to come off with what looks like a groin injury after only 24 minutes, and he's replaced by Nicky Cross, who will be 21 years old next Sunday. Spurs looking rather comfortable as the away side in the first half here. Came nearest to scoring and would have done so but for Gru's save. Perryman to Crooks. Same again. Hoddle tries to put Crooks through, and he is. Unselfish, Villa. Crooks' awareness inside the penalty area is something to be admired, even when he's not about to shoot himself. He's made some very good space on that right-hand side of the area on more than one occasion, and that was certainly the case there. Just coming in on the left of your picture, looked up, saw what was around, and tried to cut a ball back, indeed did so, to Ricky Villa, whose shot was too high and wide. Owen again. Batson's made the run on this side. Oh, and a mistake by Falco has let Batson in, and Falco made up for it with a challenge which the referee said was fair. So let's start again. Mackenzie, oh, look at that from Ardiles, just outside his own penalty area. That's what makes certain overseas players so special, the fact that they can do it in that sort of space and with that kind of nerve. Here's another one, Villa. Hoddle. Oh, well, the move started way back on the edge of the Tottenham penalty area when Ardiles pulled a ball down which had all the impudence of a world-class move. Villiers took it up from there. And then, with Crooks just going across to the right, it was a question of whether he was going to continue the run. In the end, he found Hoddle, who went for the spectacular side foot from way outside the area. That's Andy King chasing, and Price impeding him. The referee's gone to his pocket and wants a word with Paul Price, who I think was beaten by the pace of the pass, and checked King so blatantly that what was a foul also became a booking. Owen, Statham coming in for the shot, was really well blocked by Steve Perryman, and Chris Hughton leads the charge for Tottenham, and he and Bennett squaring up a little bit. It wasn't Bennett's foul actually, it was the Albion player who went in first, who I think was Martin Joel. As Hughton led the charge out there, you can see what happened. Big Martin Joel came right across him with his right foot. Free kick then by Ardiles. Perryman. Villiers. Crooks. A bit of a scramble on that side, and it was Crooks there who was guilty. And the tackles are going in now a little late, a little while, and a follow-up on the far side there with some scuffling between the players. And George Tyson, Garth Crooks, the original offender. The other players reacted because of his trip, and George Tyson, who's booked two already, is now going to book Garth Crooks. So Ardiles got himself in a little maze of Albion players there, all surrounding him. Owen got it away from him, and look at Crooks coming in there, and he snaps at the ankles, and he's been booked. There's Regis again. Can he get cross away this time? Owen in the centre. King is as well now. Away by Miller. Back by Joel. Mackenzie, offside. Statham. Regis and Hughton. Galvin to Ardiles. And the end of the first half of the first leg of this Football League Cup semi-final. Albion 0, Spurs 0. Spurs, I would say, marginally the better side, and certainly came closest to scoring when Paul Miller, up in the Albion penalty box, brought a point-blank save from Mark Brew in the Albion goal. It came in an early spell of Spurs attacking. They had much the better of the game in the first 20 minutes. And as Crooks looked for the early ball in, he found space down by the goal line. Goalkeeper had to retreat a bit there, pulled it back. There's Miller sliding in, and a very good reflex save. So no score at half-time. So we're a quarter of a way through this Football League Cup semi-final. Spurs will be pleased about the way things went in the first half. Albion, who know they've got to step the pace up a little bit and certainly make more in the way of chances. Keith Birkinshaw, the Tottenham manager, whose team is so involved in cup matches at the moment, the FA Cup to come, and also the European Cup Winners' Cup, which is why there's a representative here tonight from Eintracht Frankfurt, who Spurs play in the quarter-final of that competition in March. Regis. Owen getting the better of Hoddle, and here's Cross. And it was Hoddle who forced it out for a corner, which he disagreed with, but a corner it is, taken quickly. King, Cross. And 3 Spurs players. Mackenzie, deflection, King. Well, it was bad defensive play by Tottenham, in fairness, because 3 men could have, only one of 3 players could have cleared that. And it came back to Mackenzie, whose volley was blocked. And here's Statham. Bennett. King. Batson. Looking for Cross, who got a flick on that. Well, from that quickly worked corner, 3 Spurs players, any one could have headed that away. One of them tried to. Mackenzie volleyed, and I think it might have even hit his own player. This is Cross again. Owen. Regis calling on the far post. There he is. Glenn Hoddle away. Regis got a second chance. Corner off Hoddle. Oh, Bennett got a header in and almost turned in. Mackenzie. It was King who was closest. Cross again. Well, Andy King was near there, sneaking in almost on the goal line. When Martin Bennett's header ran free. The corner taken by Nicky Cross. Watch for the blonde Martin Bennett coming in behind John Weil. There's Andy King on the 6-yard line and hooked away by Falco. Bennett showing his presence up in the opposing penalty area. Here's Villiers. Beating in support. That's Galvin making the run. Checked by Batson. Miller across. Albion have threatened the Tottenham goal rather more dangerously these last 5 minutes or so. But Ray Clemence, apart from a couple of scrambles, hasn't had a great deal to do. Was rather high. Tony Galvin on Martin Joel. And Galvin becomes the 4th player in the match to be booked for what virtually amounted to dangerous play. He just tripped the man when the ball had gone. So Keith Burkishaw talked about meeting steel with steel, and he's had 3 players booked in this first leg. And his substitute, Mick Hazard, has had a couple of warm-up runs down the touchline, and there he goes again. Martin Joel back on his feet after taking a painful blow from Tony Galvin. But he's got to be a little bit careful about trying to exact revenge. Batson with the free kick. And Steve McKenzie perhaps catching Ray Clemence rather high. Joel, the player injured in that last tussle with Galvin. Galvin was cautioned, himself was booked earlier. Paul Miller showing a good deal of confidence. Ardiles, though, was trapped, and the foul Albion could have well done without, because they almost had Tottenham in trouble there. Miller and Ardiles had played themselves into a very tight position and could have been outnumbered. Statham, and the referee's gone to his book again. Glenn Hoddle. And this is now becoming a catalogue of bookings, this first leg, and most of them going to Tottenham players. Glenn Hoddle this time, the fourth Tottenham man to go in the referee's book. Weil trying to find a position round the back on the far post for the moment. Bennett's there as well. John Weil up, and Clemence quick to anticipate. Perryman. Statham. Bennett. Then Hoddle winded. Well, Albion haven't been too strong on ideas as to how to break Spurs down tonight. It was down to them as the home side to make the running. Even so, it's time for them to build a lead. Here's Bennett. Statham. He does like these twisting runs. Andy King's pulled away in the centre. And it came off Perryman for the corner. I'll come in. It's going to come back out against him. Is on. Tottenham have defended well, no doubt about that. Galvin doing the work there. Ricky Villa hustled by Gary Owen. Oh, Brendan Batson on Ricky Villa. No doubt of it. Right in front of the referee. For some initial for saying you high. And George Tyson needing to take the heat out of the situation in a match which has become noted now for the number of names taken. There goes Villa first of all. Is he high there on Batson? Well, little shove, little fist up there. And the referee has had the notebook out. They've continued arguing while they've been booked. And we're going to have to keep a check on these bookings. That's 7 now, I make it. 5 from Spurs and 2 from Albion. That's the name-take count by referee George Tyson. Taken by Job. So the referee, in trying to keep the tackles legitimate and trying to keep the temper out of the game, has got 7 names in his notebook. 10 minutes to go. We may have had 7 names taken, we've had no goals. Here's King. Owen, looking for cross, away by Miller. Regis got a foot to it. And there's one for Falco to chase. Crooks, Hoddle. Crooks again. That's a fine effort to make room for the shot, but Drew was always behind it. Crooks, who scored the winning goal in 3 of Spurs' last 5 games, is beginning to strike the form which he produced last season so consistently. Ardiles. Owen. Oh, it was good play by Gary Owen. Offside, I would have thought, against Nicky Cross. Only just, but when Owen released it, the Spurs back forward again. Just about got it right. Yes, oh, he's a good yard or 2 off, isn't he? Hughton looks for Falco. Crooks is following up. Joel to Batson. Mackenzie's out on the right. Regis, Cross and King are in the middle. Regis is pulled to the right now. Ball was out. And Albion's passing at times has let them down, and so I'm afraid is their lack of imagination in failing to disrupt, certainly up to now, a confident-looking Tottenham defence, but maybe there's something to come. King. Joe. Batson. Miller's header. Cross is up there. King is in there. And Galvin. Again, the outlet for Tottenham. Held clearly there. Oh, did he get one in the face from Tony Galvin? The referee has gone to his pocket again. Did Tony Galvin lift the arm or not? He's already been booked. And has the referee decided to send Tony Galvin off? The referee waving the other players away. Keith Birkinshaw very concerned. There's a conversation going on between referee and linesman. And Tony Galvin goes off. He's already been booked. It's a second offence. He was definitely held by the arm to start with as he made the run, but for his retaliation, Tony Galvin is being ordered off. Now then, Spurs are down to 10 men. Tony Galvin has been ordered off, but watch what happened. He started a run down the left-hand side, and Martin Joel is holding him. But well, he swung an arm. How badly he made contact is a questionable matter, but he shouldn't raise his arm anyway, and the referee sent him off. Now, Martin Joel, who caused, in a sense, that to happen by holding, has already been booked himself, and he goes too. And the referee has at least been consistent. Martin Joel has to go as well, and that's only right. It's his second offence also, and in the last few minutes of this League Cup tie, we have 2 sendings off. The hard man from Holland has to go. He's already been booked, Joel, earlier in the game. Here he is, holding Tony Galvin, holding him again. Galvin is angry. Galvin swings his arm. Joel was about to hold his face. They've both been sent off. How serious the individual offence was is open to doubt, but it's a second offence, and the law says they have to go. Stay them. 10 men then now on each side, and is that going to open up the game in the last few minutes? Villiers for Spurs. Falco. Well, that was a bit aimless. Ardiles, jinking his way through. Oh! Brilliant effort by Ozzy Ardiles, the best of the match. He was opposed by two defenders. He just waltzed past them, made room, right foot shot, just away from the far post. Lovely bit of skill by the holder of a World Cup winners' medal on a night when in a Football League Cup tie we haven't seen too much of that sort of enterprise. There are under 3 minutes to go. Owen spreading it out for Batson. It's Chris Hughton who went across and not very successfully. King is in the middle, so is Cross, so is Regis coming in now, and Ray Clemence took it quite comfortably. A very competent piece of goalkeeping by a man who's seen it all. But it's still not really away. This is Statham. Well, the end of the first leg of this Football League Cup semi-final, and Spurs will have the balance of the tie in their favour with the second leg to come at home next Wednesday. Having said that, Albion did win at Tottenham last season and again this season in the league, so it's still in the balance, but the referee, the centre of a great deal of attention tonight, sending off Tony Galvin and Martin Joel, who were two of 7 players to be cautioned. So a final score at the Hawthorns in what from Albion's point of view was a somewhat low-key first leg. West Bromwich Albion 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0.